Is it going?
Okay.
Welcome to the After Practice Podcast. We're up here in 13 Stairs Studio.
Changed it again.
I'm here with the guys, all of the guys. I got Papa Bear Todd Harry to my left.
Hey, how you doing?
He plays the old bass guitar. Straight ahead of me, looking right into his beautiful eyes, is AJ Fry and his mullet Dwayne.
In person this time.
Yeah. In person, he's here. He ain't in Lancaster, which is it's a flawless.
Just a
like
butchering.
it's a flawless.
It's Lancaster. They just short it together like they're not. Like there's no A's in there. Like say it without A's. That's what it sounds like when they say it.
And then
Lancaster.
to my right is Brock Felix, who I got to get my head around a good nickname because the one I've been using I'm not real fond of, but he joins me and his wife and daughter are in Studio A downstairs.
Oh, we didn't clear that. Studio A is not an official name.
Neither was
I
13 stairs.
I thought you said that you liked Studio A. You were like, I like Studio A.
I don't even
I was like
remember
1
talking
and
about
2,
that.
and you were like, well, I don't like.
He
1
was saying
and 2.
I like the studio, eh? Like he wasn't saying that.
Just really into
Yeah.
it. He did used to spend a lot of time in Canada.
Can't go back now.
I can't. DUIs.
Never going back again.
Oh yeah, never gonna get it. Yeah, you're never gonna catch me. Yeah.
But anyway, we're here. It is a Saturday. We played a Friday night show this week, which is, kind of rare. It makes your weekend feel different when you play a lot of Saturdays. But anyway, we went up to Erie last night, played Last Shot Bar with a band called Soul Addiction.
Hell yeah.
What was the promoter, Todd?
Was it Mayhem?
Mayhem Music.
Mayhem Music. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I just want to say
I'll say thank you to all of those folks.
I liked how much that was just a good old dive bar. That was just a
Man,
classic dive bar.
when I got there and I saw 18 plus smoking is permitted, I was like, all right.
No.
I was like, all right.
Then
We're gonna
the,
get
the
after.
7-foot ceilings with
Oh.
50 people
With
smoking
no
in there. That was
ventilation. Oh, yeah.
great.
With no ventilation.
Not a single one.
I mean, and then he let off the fog machine, and it was just like, is something on fire for real?
It was awesome. I love that so much to be in a bar like that. Makes me feel, those bars are going away.
Do
It was
you
like
know,
kicking
like
your
I
mic
woke
stand.
up and could smell.
I am. I'm sorry.
I could smell the clothes I took off.
So I still every once in a while catch a whiff of that fog. Like
Yeah, so there's a
I'm
there's
still
a big
wearing the
difference.
clothes that I wore to the show last
So-
night because there's nobody
so
watching.
there's a big
Nobody
difference
will be at the
between,
show, but yeah, been a day.
Like Halloween store fog and like buying it from like Sweetwater.
Oh, the jugs. All right, we're having an issue right now. You wouldn't light up a cigarette.
What?
You wouldn't light up a cigarette last night with my lighter, but you got 3 lighters over there that are white.
These are not white, dude. It's the rim that matters, man. Like, look at this. This may be white. This may be white. That's okay. This.
what the hell are you talking about?
Get the bleep button out.
White lighters are bad luck.
All
if there is a
I think all lighters are white.
Because I'm going to
No,
say it.
this is actually a black plastic.
This is a black plastic. The core may
That's
be
blue,
white.
though.
This is blue. This is blue, damn it.
So I'm just gonna. Not every place deserves a fog machine.
I mean,
Well, at least we talk about the serious topics. That's
Yeah.
not every place.
So-
deserves
I'm
a
here
fog
for a
machine.
fog machine. I like a fog machine. I was into it.
So
You know?
I was
the,
not. I almost
the-
threw up.
The way I would
Middle
be
of our set.
for Brock with that is that bar was smoky enough that you didn't
Yeah.
need one.
Yeah,
Had it been a non-smoking bar,
The patrons were the smoke machine.
yeah. There was not one ceiling fan in the whole building.
I didn't see a
I
single
can't
like
imagine,
air vent or
like,
anything.
could you imagine seeing that under fluorescent lights? There's no white surface in there. It's a little off-white.
I mean, just to be fair, though,
Yuck.
you don't want to see any bar
Yeah.
when the last call lights come on. Mainly because you don't want to be there when the last call lights come on. But if you've ever worked in a bar, I mean, even when you're like cleaning up before, you keep it a little dim in there. You know,
I mean, I liked the
you don't want
place.
to see what's going on.
No, it was a great bar.
It was a dive bar. I wish they served more food.
I wish there were more places like that.
Is
you
a
know,
dive bar.
still.
There was a mini bike on the wall, just out there in the open.
There was
Could
a
you
lot of cool
imagine
bikes
how
in
much,
there, man.
how loud that would have been with that freaking 1-inch pipe?
Yeah.
Just a cannon.
Just a pipe shoved
Yeah.
up the
Here
ass.
comes AJ.
It's
Just
it
making
would
all the
crack.
ruckus in the world.
You know, it would just crack.
Some bitch cracked, man.
AJ, have you ever had a motorcycle?
You didn't see the hog at the house?
He has stories about that hog.
Oh yeah, what
You
is
ever
it,
seen it?
AJ?
I got a little 110 mini bike. Mini chopper, not a bike.
Gets 80 miles to a gallon.
Used to ride that thing to work.
Well, I got pulled over on a good bit of times.
No signals, no lights, registration.
There were. I took them off. They looked dumb.
Oh,
Wanted to
okay.
look like a badass.
That's good. Yeah, you can't have safety features and look like a badass. Everybody knows that.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the weight too. I wanted to go faster.
Oh, weight
You don't-
reduction. Of course.
Might as well have some reflectors
course.
on it. Look real
Like,
cool.
the thing is, you can make them road legal, but mine was further on the end of not being road legal. So I said, hell with it, and just took everything out. It was sweeter. It was sweeter for it.
I can't imagine being passed by like a semi on a 110 mini bike.
Oh, it happened all the
Street
time. I actually got arrested on it. That's why I couldn't get my license until I was like 17. I was going to go for football tryouts when I was in school, so I rode it down to my buddy's house to see when we did all this. And then, like, the cop just, like, pulled in and, or don't want to name drop. Bleep that out.
legal. Leave that in.
I don't think.
I don't know. See, I don't know what to say.
Let me run.
I
through
mean-
these for a sec. What is C? Oh, that's
Okay,
right. Okay. We know everything now.
It's the applause / rain. Brock, what was your first motorcycle?
My
was
first?
Was it a sweet 110 mini bike?
Are we
that you
talking,
made
like-
even more illegal?
My very actual motorcycle, or like first motorized 2-wheel.
Motorized 2-wheel, yeah. Outside a Power Wheel.
Just so we're clear, that's not my first one, but I can just continue with your
Okay.
story.
When I was 6 years old, I got a Yamaha PW50. Back when they were purple and white instead of blue.
How about you, Todd?
His bikes didn't have motors, Alex. He's two-time
I just
state
feel
champ,
I
so
just feel like
he
you
didn't work-
can't say what they were because they were, multiple things. It was like Suzuki
Stolen?
frame, Yamaha engine.
Now we
it's
we
just-
did however put a 650 Suzuki street bike engine on a blaster.
No.
It was pretty gnarly. It would just like float. I don't think all 4 wheels were on at one point in time. It was just floating down Patchel.
Well, that's what
Man.
you want. That's what you want.
It didn't have brakes
I'm
neither.
I like it. Why would it? When you got all that power, you don't need brakes. You just gas out of it. Gas in, you gas out.
Did
Go
your
fast.
did your sweet 110 have brakes or was
Yeah.
that not badass?
No, I still have it.
I'm just trying to figure out where to.
I just can't kick it over because it
honestly.
came off the spline.
Mirrors and
I
lights.
didn't want to tack it on there. because I
Mirrors
wanted
and
to
lights
try
is
it.
the badass
Right.
line.
Yeah.
You need brakes.
It goes $45. I was going to swap out the sprockets on, but I can't find small ones that have that same spline.
You've been looking for them for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to go at least like 65.
I'm just still hung up on that bar. Like, I don't think people get. They had. So there's like what, 3 TVs in there?
I didn't even.
They
notice
had
the TV.
wrestling.
I
Yeah.
noticed. I
That
noticed the
was
wrestling.
it. There was 3
It was
TVs,
like there's wrestling on.
and they had Truck Series racing on one, and then they had professional wrestling on
Seinfeld
the
was on the
biggest
other one.
TV.
Yes.
Oh, I saw Seinfeld on the one.
Well, that
you
that was
gotta
later
put-
replaced with Seinfeld, the wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you got to go back to Seinfeld. You got to.
It was hard. It
I'm
was
glad
hard
that the
to-
wrestling was on the biggest TV. They were like, let's give a good screen for this. Let's let these people.
Let's use
So,
that.
so Kendra watches it
use
on
that HD. Get that HD. for
Hulu,
the
so
wrestling.
she's a day behind, so I couldn't tell her. She predicted everything properly.
You can
Gotta go.
usually do
Like,
that.
you want to make a guess?
Yeah, I mean it's not like a hidden like mystery script. It's like
No.
I see what you're doing.
Are you sure she's not a clairvoyant? I feel like if you can call, who's going to win WWE matches, like that's a hard thing to do.
No, it's not. No, I don't like it. I could call the match, but if we sat down and watched the match, I could call the spots before they do them.
I have a nice, uncrisp $1 bill in my pocket
Yeah.
that I would just love to go to good use. I feel like this is good use.
So Alex and I were in 3 different trucks in about a 15-minute period. It was an interesting, fun time.
That sounds.
Yeah, the fun thing of
awful.
getting to gigs. So I had to take Trav's truck back, but Trav had to take one of the work trucks because he needed a lift gate. So my truck was still at work. So then I had to get in blue truck and take it down. And get an old Lil.
Mm-hmm.
Progressively, we got into a more worn truck through the day.
They just keep getting worse.
I didn't say worse. I don't.
I was on the way home and I was like, man, I need to get some seafoam in this old girl.
I need to get some.
He's like,
I feel like I got no power.
He's like, she seems a little bit doggier than usual.
No.
I was like, well, you're just in a Duramax. And then you go to a snappy 6-liter LS. And then you're
Snappy.
then you're in a 37-year-old 5-liter Ford.
She's so tired. She's so tired. That old girl.
She's doing her best.
She's just trying real hard, trying real hard. But yeah, I was just like, man, Duramax.
Yeah. What do you do? That old Duramax.
I think Brock's missed that both times.
What?
Oh yeah, you weren't into Duramax. Damn.
Neither time. Oh, he'd just push the gas and be like, Duramax.
Yeah. Anytime he had to get on it.
You know what? I don't think I missed anything.
Duramax.
No, you did.
Duramax.
But speaking of missing stuff, what did I miss after I bailed last night? Anything good?
We sold a T-shirt. Appreciate that, fella.
Did you?
Sold a CD.
And a CD.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did we?
CD.
Hey.
This guy's like, yeah, well, you guys were sound check. I was like, oh, that guy can't play the bass at all.
Oh, that's
then
what
I
he
was
said
like,
to you?
oh, he could play the bass.
He did say that.
And then at the end of the
Well, what
night,
guy
I
was
found
this?
out he could play bass rather well.
What
I
guy
also
was
told
it?
him about the podcast. So if that guy's listening right now, appreciate it, bud.
But also, kind of fuck you.
Well,
Also, if he's listening right now, he wanted a medium. The only medium we had was that black and gold one. So, like, if you are listening, you get the only black and gold RB T-shirt ever made.
Damn.
hope he's from Pittsburgh.
Only did one.
Kind of want to fight him, actually.
Why?
For our own merch back?
Why?
He just shows up and he's like,
How dare you buy a T-shirt? I
no,
can't
he was-
believe you like
No, I mean, it was.
he just shows up and shit talks Todd for no reason.
Well, I mean, that was the he was going on to then compliment Todd a lot.
Yeah, but that's sort of a backhanded.
He
let's-
complimented him to the point where like he was saying that.
No, he negged him.
What?
He negged him.
What do you mean?
He negged Todd.
I don't know what that means.
It's a thing fucking weird creepy guys do to girls where they like give them a compliment, but it's served wrapped in an insult.
Yeah. It's called negging, yeah.
It'd be like if you walked up to a girl and was like, "Oh, I like your dress. Your dress is really pretty. It reminds me of my grandma's tablecloth."
We're going to call it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I thought it was a nice.
See where I was going with that, Todd?
It's hard to. So what's really funny is when we play bars and somebody walks up to you and they're like, "Yeah, I play." And they're. You have to wonder how much they do. Some of them.
You just want to look at him. No, you don't. You suck. Look at you.
Oh,
You're here to see me.
you gotta encourage
loser.
it, man.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
didn't
man.
mean-
I mean, that's not the first time I've heard that. There's people like, hey, man, you didn't look like a drummer. And that was fun. I was like, sweet. Like, I just say that to people, too, because I can't talk real well.
Somebody in this world
Yeah.
told you that you don't look like a drummer.
Yeah, I mean, normally it's like the shorter.
Who?
Like,
What?
I don't
When?
remember. We played 43 shows in a year. I don't remember every face. I don't remember your guys' faces a good bit of the time.
AJ's away all week. We miss him real bad.
I just don't know anything about nothing. From
I
that
actually
one.
had a guy say something to me about it,
He
and
said you don't look like a guitar player.
no, he said.
Why is that like the biggest
Yeah.
thing for you?
Like Brock does not look
Because,
like a
AJ,
guitar
I can't
player
think
from
of
a
many
country rock
people
band.
in
He
this
just doesn't.
world that I would see walking down the street comparative to you and be like, yeah, that guy plays the drums. That guy plays the drums. Yeah.
I look like I came from a Sasquatch convention. I walk like him. Have you seen me walk? I caught
You got a
myself.
real long arm flare.
Yeah, I caught myself in like a glass wall, and I was like, "Oh, there he is."
Oh, is that
I look like
is that what
I look
that's
like a
going on
real
there?
life Shaggy. Come on, Scoob. Like, just
But no, I actually had a guy say something to me about us after the show, which never happens.
This show?
Yeah.
This past one? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I liked how you were like
Last night.
locked in the zone.
Don't get into it.
No.
What'd he say? I didn't realize how like lean back I am. My butt hurts.
That's what I warned you about at the beginning, but did you listen? No, because you
Yes.
know better.
I said I was comfortable. I said it up comfortable. Now I'm not comfortable. I can't sit for long periods of time because I'm broken.
That's because you need to eat a cheeseburger, put some meat on them bones.
I mean,
So what did the guy have to say?
He's the weirdest thing.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
He said, I liked how you were like locked in. Like you didn't move at all because you were in the zone. And I'm like, I just didn't have anywhere to go. Like we're lying.
I just thought about, you know, oftentimes I won't be paying attention and I will shut my own guitar off and you guys will turn it back on for me. This last show, we hit a milestone where I didn't just shut my guitar off. I shut Todd's guitar off. Like
You stepped right on
I stepped right on it. And I was just like, you know, every time the bass, you know, anything, like I don't hear the bass, I'm just like, what's going on? You know, like, oh no.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
too.
And then I realized that I just turned his bass off and he's over there, like, he's like, oh,
Trying
he's
to
like
fix
wiggling his cables. He's like, what's going on?
I didn't realize you had stepped on anything. And
Well,
I was like doing
because
the,
I shouldn't.
Was it a
Because I
cable
shouldn't
first?
step on it. But
The floor shows are a little bit harder to play because it doesn't feel like you have like the
Any room at all.
setup like you know you have your setup bubble that you can stray away from, but like it feels like they're integrated. That's what I'm talking
Plus, we were set up in front of the other band stuff, so we had even less room.
about. Right.
yeah, backlined, you know, all in all, you know, not turning Todd's bass off, you know. It was all right.
I think it went all right.
You know, I'd love to be back and do a better job for those folks on a few things, for sure. You know,
What are you gonna do?
I mean, get after it. But we just came upstairs. Actually, this is the first episode of this podcast, one where we're all in the same room, which I already said.
Hit a button.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, I do hear the hooting.
Thank you. We should just take that with us live when we're playing in a bar where there's nobody in there, and then we'll just be like,
If we
There's gonna
had,
be,
thank you so
There's
much.
gonna be two people.
too bad we
clapping.
didn't have like alternating ones. Yeah, like that's the only applause track we have.
I mean, we can get
We
more.
can download
Yeah,
some.
we can put them on there.
Oh, that's pretty tacky though.
Well, more tacky than the one that's already on there.
You gotta download like Friends. Like, we wanna be able to
Well, I
clap for
mean,
us.
we would actually be.
That's what Facebook
I
is.
suppose we'd be uploading it.
That's true.
Because we'd
that's
have to
science.
we'd have to make it because we'd be like, oh my god,
How much money you make it? Oh my god, brother, oh my god. Oh my god, do that one song that goes wow wow wow. I like that one.
You know, with the drums and the guitar and the singing. You know that one?
We just come upstairs from getting started on the album. I was processing, dude. Buffering wheel, man. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I got distracted.
Spinning hourglass.
Couldn't think. And I think it went good. What do y'all fellers think?
I think we did pretty well for getting into the studio for the first time in a year.
Yeah, that is. Well,
Well.
we did the single, but that was like a weekend thing. Like that was done in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hills and Hollers thing.
Chili's, baby back ribs, barbecue sauce.
I think hearing yourself is the worst thing we could do.
I think, yeah.
He's like, I don't get to hear. You know, for a long time, I've been like, hey, let's get AJ into getting a mic. Have him sing some Hall & Oates. You know.
I can't sing though. I don't got a good singing voice.
Well, now I'm just thinking, I'm glad
So,
we didn't give you a mic because you'd just be back there like,
Just
So Kendra had never heard of Colin Oates.
Oh, the helpline.
Yeah,
the
there's
emergency
so,
all notes
so
helpline.
just for everybody's reference.
Can you do that?
There is a.
I have it. Do you need it?
No, I have it in my contacts.
It's got speed dial 7.
Colin Oates.
Colin Oates.
Colin
So-
Oates, not a sponsor.
Oh, don't do that with your.
Yeah, I shouldn't have touched that.
Yeah. So Colin Oates is not a sponsor,
Yet.
but it is.
Yes.
But it is a Hall & Oates
Do need
helpline. It's just absolutely
If you're
fantastic.
feeling down,
The phone number is 1-719-266-2837.
Give that a call. Enjoy
Fantastic.
that.
yeah.
Give that a call. You know, if you're feeling down,
Here are your Hall & Oates favorite hits.
Welcome to Colin Oates, your emergency Hall and
this.
Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1.
Oh, they
To
give you
hear
a
Rich
choice?
Girl,
yeah, you get a
Press
choice.
two.
There's several.
I thought it was
to
just
hear
random.
Manita, please press 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
To hear
Yeah, yeah, you got to.
Man, that's my jam. I
So,
used to
so
do
what's
that.
really funny about that is that has not been updated since like 1987, I think.
Doesn't
Yeah, I
need to
think
be.
it's just some
It's
sort
just-
like some standalone unit.
I think
in a
somebody lost it
warehouse
and
somewhere.
it's plugged in somewhere. Nobody knows where it's at.
they just never shut it off.
Somebody's just been like, "Why is my electric bill so much?" for a long time. They're like, they got a secret room that's just keeping Colin Oates alive.
Whenever I was just like a little down, I'd be at the bar or something, just like on my phone like this, and like one of my bartender friends are like, "You on the Colin Oates thing?" Like,
It was a bad day,
yeah,
okay?
Just sit there, just like, because like, how does that not like make your day better? Like, you know what, like, boss was shitting on me or this and that.
You
You got
reached
all
the
kinds of
Colin
stuff
Oates
going on.
helpline.
You just call up some Colin Oates. Press 2 for
How
Rich
many
Girl.
choices do they have on there? Like, are
think
you going
5.
man eater every time? Like,
No,
is
no.
that what
2's
you're-
Rich Girl. 1 is
Oh,
yeah. 3's Man Eater. 2's Rich Girl. What's 1? Does that make your dreams come true?
Welcome to Colin Oates, your
Oh, we'll come back to
emergency
this.
Hall and Oates helpline. To
We're
hear
going to go through
one-on-one,
all the options
Please
this time.
press 1.
Oh,
To hear Rich Girl,
One-on-one.
please press 2. To hear Manita, please press 3. To hear Privatize, please press 4.
oh, is it?
They're watching you.
so it's 4 songs.
Private
Private eye, watching you. They see your every move.
Oh man.
Private. Todd's never seen. She's Out of My League. You ever seen She's Out of My League, AJ?
Yeah, but I don't remember much.
Where he's in the Hall & Oates cover band.
Yes. Yep.
I think it's a tribute band.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it
It's a tribute, but
We're not-
doesn't he only play? Like there's some weird tag on it, isn't there?
I don't know if there is for that movie. The tag is like 90s Joel from Step Brothers.
Yeah. We only
80s Joel.
Yeah.
80s Joel.
80s Joel. Dude,
How about a
sucks.
little
He's
bit
like-
Uptown Girl.
90s Joel's River of Dreams.
yeah, the one guy's like, 80 Joel's doo-wop sucks. And the guy just like
I
snaps.
swear I remember a scene in that movie where he's playing and someone yells a song and he just yells like, "I don't do that one" or
yeah,
something.
he's like, 80s Joel doo-wop sucks. And he just like snaps.
I think he's doing like somebody's just like.
But I can vividly see like
I
T.J.
think it's just
Miller
like a
doing
song he's tired of playing, a Hall & Oates song. But you're like, if you're gonna be in a tribute band, like you got to know that like you gonna play them.
You're gonna play
You know
them.
what I mean? You gonna play them all. You gonna do it.
that.
And I think they were like, The Kiss, and he was just like,
I just don't think I could be in a tribute band.
The kiss is all I have because a kiss, the kiss.
We know it. Hey, do you know who sings that song? Why don't you
Used to be
let
my
him?
favorite song.
It's been a rough 15 seconds for me, I have to be honest with you. Can't do it. He was singing Nirvana last night with a country accent, and it blew my mind.
Who?
Me, you don't remember that
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
I
were
do
at the
remember
thing?
that,
I'm glad I didn't witness
You were
that.
trying to forget. You were
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was-
forget. Trying to forget.
Drowning my souls. Drowning my sorrows.
I'm not sure if all the falsetto singing you do on here is good for our brand.
We do have to let everybody know he does not sing falsetto on stage. We've had the talk. It's not happening.
We have all
right?
talked.
With and without Alex. You know.
Yeah, they shut it down. Todd, he wired my mic to a switch, and it's right there on his pedal board. And as soon as I'm just like, I'll just be singing normal, you know. I'll just be like, and there is, and then I'll be like, ah. And as soon as I get there, he's just like, nope, not today, not today.
It's only one song you're allowed to do that in.
Or I'll put your head.
Is it Take It to the Limit?
No, we don't do that one.
No, we don't do that one.
Oh, Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's. I'm on that one.
That's close though, because I don't know if that's quite falsetto range or just the upper of my normal range.
Did you poop? Todd.
Dude, on the way up here, one of you
There's
guys
no
crop dusted
fan up
my
here.
apartment. Somebody was just farting in my apartment on the way up here.
It could have been me.
Well,
I mean,
just leaking out.
heat rises.
Better go get you a poop seal.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go get your own ring change.
I hear you get that from gas station egg salad and Slim Jim combo. I loved how yesterday you were like, I want to get some real food, because I was like, you gonna get an egg salad sandwich? You were like, nah, I got to get some real food. I was like, so you're just gonna get hard boiled eggs? And you're like, yeah, probably.
I got to be honest. I'm not looking
Then
forward.
Todd got like 20 packs of hard boiled eggs at Sheetz after the gig.
I
told him,
4.
I was like, dude,
Did you
just
see
been
the
not
amount of
keeping
PB&Js
snacks.
that they bought?
No.
They cleared out sheets of the PB.
We did.
The pre-packaged.
Oh,
PB&Js.
those are Uncrustables. Whenever you said you had PB&J, I
They're
thought you just like
kinda-
made them.
You thought I was about to make you a
They're,
PB.
they're
I
called
was
they're
like,
called PB and Jamwich.
Oh, they're the
My buddy
knockoff.
Austin has like the first time my buddy Austin, when I was a kid, the first time he stayed over at my house. When I was a kid, I liked to make my peanut butter on one side of the bread, jelly on one side of the bread.
Hold on.
Isn't that
What
how you do
other
it?
ways are there to make peanut butter?
Well, that's
jelly?
just the
Am I
first
right?
I thought that was the thing.
That's just the first step. My next step was
Who
to
puts
just,
them both on the same slice of bread? Okay, we're getting off the.
My next step was to just take that sandwich and just squish it with my hands like this, because I like my sandwiches squished. But I made him one. So I just made him a sandwich.
You got his
just
sandwich
give him
all handy.
I just give him a squeeze right like that.
PB and J patty.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just saw him. I've been friends with him
So
for like 20
he got a
years.
sandwich from you that had
And he's
your
just
hands
told
all
that
over.
story, and he's just like, yeah, just a peanut butter, jelly, and hand sandwich. I can't remember if I washed my hands, to be honest with you.
So you made a
I think I
sandwich.
was 8.
You make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you just baby Huey it, like you just crush it in your palms. Why?
Well, that's the way I like to do it. I like to get it.
I'm
get it
just
squished down
You
there.
know, I don't want to pick on you too much, but I am trying to distract myself from the inevitable that's coming.
Well, you eat like
You gotta
just
poop?
cheese,
No,
American
no.
cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Like a normal person.
Wait, yeah, we call those grilled cheeses.
He doesn't grill them.
So it's the same
How
thing,
many
just not
normal
warm.
people do you think eat bread, American cheese, bread? Well, what do you put ketchup on there? No, you don't like ketchup, vinegar.
Why the fuck am I putting vinegar on a cheese sandwich? Ketchup? What are you?
Hey, there's the first one. It wasn't me. Hey.
It's actually the third time I've done it.
He gets real passionate about cheese. He's like,
No,
don't
I'm-
you ever
I'm
ketchup
just
on a cheese sandwich?
no. What happened was you ran into a wall where you realized that the concept of a cheese sandwich wasn't offensive enough to everybody, so you had to create this hypothetical sauce scenario.
I think it's a wild thing, dude. Like a cheese, just
It's not as
I've
wild.
never in my life had just an American cheese sandwich.
Well, I've never in my life fucking fastballed a sandwich, and
Both good points.
definitely a real good
Yeah,
point.
that's Hey, Todd, hit the porn button. When in doubt, hit the porn button. That'll help him
There
out.
you go.
This one.
Hey, welcome back to the
That's
After
not
Practice
what I meant, but that
podcast.
works.
We just took a break, but we really didn't. We just had to get back on track.
what I was trying to say before you attacked me with slander
About
about
cheese
eating
sandwiches?
a cheese sandwich was that I'm
Oh,
not.
we've been on this the whole time.
I'm not looking forward to the end results of my baby eating a gas station egg salad sandwich.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's a big
the
day,
end
guys.
result
It's a big day.
is
I'm so proud of
a
her.
glorious
Growing up.
mullet.
I think it's going to be
Maybe a Fu
diarrhea.
Manchu.
I think it's going to be diarrhea.
I mean, it was the cutest thing I ever saw because she was just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Jasmine was just holding
Yeah.
the gas station egg salad sandwich, and she was just like leaning into it. And it was just like all down the side. She was just like corn on the cob in it, just getting into the egg salad.
Well, you missed it. You went upstairs.
Makes you proud.
You went upstairs, and she was like holding the sandwich, and
She couldn't get close enough.
She
to
couldn't
it.
get
She
close
went,
enough, and Jasmine was talking to us, and she's just like,
She couldn't get close enough to it. She got angry.
She was like, "You can't feed me gas station egg salad and then take it away."
she's way too into it.
So proud of that baby. Never been more prouder of someone else's baby.
It's just like growing up too fast. I remember my first gas station egg salad
You
sandwich.
just don't think
Do
they're
you
going to
though?
grow up that fast until they do.
Do
How
you
old do you
remember
think
your
you
first
were?
gas station
Yeah.
egg salad sandwich? Because I don't. Because I'm sure had to try one drunk, and then I was like, well, probably wasn't that
I bet
bad.
you it was from Red Express.
Oh, man. First gas station egg salad.
I bet you it was from Country Fair.
Maybe
North side.
Quickville. I'm from Rouseville, so I probably worked my way inland.
Quick fill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are like the
Yeah,
that's a
pre-made
prepackaged
ones.
sandwich.
Yeah,
bud.
and those
Yeah.
were always soggy.
Like with the
yeah. They've never once been dry. Like it was. They came
Bread's
soggy.
just never dried.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just real wet bread.
Yeah, you let it set outside for a little bit. Let the air get to it.
You got to drink a prepackaged egg salad sandwich.
I used to let it set in the sun for like 30 seconds on each side. Let it get some moisture.
on a rock.
Yeah, on a hot rock. Yeah.
Just start your
Railroad tie. That oil helps.
mini bike and just let it sit on the engine for a couple minutes.
Well, yeah, you got to get the moisture.
Rev it up.
Yeah.
Quarter tank for revving.
Crab it.
Like for revving.
AJ, you ever make the hot potato and eggs foil pack where you shove it in your engine and drive for like
We did that with a lot of things, not potato. We did it with like chili dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Put a chili dog in 10 foot. That's a, did it taste like exhaust?
Oh no, we did when we went jeeping. We would take hot
Put it
dogs.
right in the engine bay. You know?
Yeah, we'd take hot dogs or anything that you wanted warm, wrap it in foil, and just stick it on the manifolds.
Be like, hey, we got warm food.
Well, yeah, because it's cold out and you got the vehicles running anyway. Might as well.
Right. Get a little
It
sludge
only
on
makes
there.
sense to do it that
Did
way.
you make engine sludge teriyaki? Just whip it up real quick? No. Just to get it a little bit?
Did you
What about
crush-
just like a
You know,
gas
if you took a
aioli?
little salt, I think that's all you'd need.
Did you crush it into a ball before you ate it like some kind of weird?
Did you crush it paper thin
Hey,
for someone else?
Just so you know, somebody saw that and we're like, well, we got to do that and cut the crust off. And it's called Smuckers.
No, they punched
actually-
it.
Uncrustables.
They punched it. It's punched out of a sandwich. It's not.
Oh,
It's
No,
not
it's
toddler
not.
with Play-Doh.
I'd pull the crust off after it was, I'd get them edges pinched real good and then just.
Well, have you ever, you get
But
your
we
bread
had
soaked
one.
in jelly.
before Uncrustables.
What did you do with everything that came out the sides? Like whenever you choked the life out of the sandwich, what did you do?
What kind of sandwich making chump do you think I am?
What did you do with
Like
it?
I pinched the edges first. Nothing came out of the sandwich, man. It's not my first rodeo.
His first one was funny, though, I'm sure.
So you why just hand up the sandwich?
Well, we
Get all
actually
handy.
had this thing that was like it was round. It was about 3 inches
I
round,
don't like this at all.
and it had a little plunger with the little like wavy lines on the outside, like an Uncrustable. And you just put that on a sandwich, and then you just got it real good.
Why?
Because it would cut the crust off and then do
Oh,
the
it
thing.
was a cust crutter. I like the old one. That's not fucked.
Y'all didn't have one of those? We were the only
A
house
cuss
that had
crutter?
one?
No, I
I
just
was like, sir, just cut the crust off your PB&Js.
no. I just ate my normal cheese sandwich like a normal person.
I think you're over normalizing a cheese
So listen,
sandwich.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of different.
Todd, how many cheese sandwiches AJ, how many cheese sandwiches do you
Grilled
eat?
or ungrilled?
Ungrilled.
Well, sometimes power is out. You can't have a grilled cheese sandwich on power.
So, interesting enough, it's the only sandwich I like with just ketchup on it.
What cheese
American,
sandwich?
Wow.
American cheese with
He
just
is
ketchup.
putting ketchup
Yeah,
on a cheese
I've had that
sandwich.
before. You ever have just like tomato sandwich? Like just tomato?
Does it have meat in it?
No, just
Then-
tomato on toast.
If it doesn't have meat in it, I probably didn't try it.
Nerd.
Do
Just joking, but
So
no.
I was gonna say maybe I can't be
I have-
healthier than you in this
so,
scenario.
No, well, I have not liked tomatoes up until like 2 years ago.
I'm just saying there's an official food result for the
you look
words
it up.
cheese sandwich. I couldn't find anything for fucking ham-fisted PB&J.
Hand-fisted PB&J. Don't ever type
what
that
about-
into the internet.
What about hand-hacked PB&J?
What about
It's a hand sandwich.
what about quotation mark hand quotation
Sandwich.
mark made sandwich.
Oh, hand sandwich.
Well,
Handmade.
I'm not the official researcher. Todd is, so this result's going to be a
You
little
gonna tell me the
skewed
history on the cheese
yeah,
sandwich?
I mean,
because I'm searching up the words "fucking hand smashed PB&J" right now.
Do you even?
Oh, there's some interesting results on Reddit. I can tell you that much.
so hand-packed PB&J sandwich.
It's organic, man. How much can we sell them for?
So we got Smucker's Uncrustables.
Of course.
Second is Bobo's PB&J's
Bobo.
grape, which I tried the other day.
Bobo's PB&J's. Without the crust.
Bobo, not a sponsor.
You just keep saying that. I'm going to say whatever
but
I need to
listen,
say. You can just say that.
But listen, if you are Bobo's PB&J's and you want AJ to sing that little jingle for you, roarlybankruptmusic@gmail.com. Let us know. You know, potentially.
or if you want AJ to make a jingle for your business.
Yeah, we are open to that.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a twist.
I've got about 25 years of hand packing PB&J sandwiches.
Skippy makes wafer bars. PB&J
Keep your
wafer
filthy
bars.
hands off my sandwiches.
Hey,
So there's a
you guys got to check this out.
There's a comedian that I really like, and I showed Todd his special, but he's got a really good bit about peanut butter. His name's Greg Warren. But I just want to ask you, what kind of peanut butter did you have in your house growing up, Rob?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
There's only one kind of peanut butter.
There's only one. I hope you say the right kind.
It's Jif.
Okay.
What?
I thought he was going to say something
He was gonna say
awful,
not
like
Jif?
Skippy or something.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
what am I going to do? Peter
He
Pan
gets into it in
salmonella
the
peanut
stand-up.
butter?
You should,
I mean,
watch it. It's real
I
fun.
like chunky peanut butter too, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but I would go probably Jeff. Yeah.
It makes me feel good that there's 4 Jif people sitting at this table, because when I find out people don't eat Jif, I'm just like, why is that where you're saving the money?
What?
You know, why is that the line? You know what I mean?
There's 3 things. 3 things. I don't care what budget I'm on. I buy Angel Soft toilet paper,
Ew.
Jif peanut butter, and Heinz ketchup.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I got that black label bacon. I don't skimp when it comes to bacon and shit paper. I'll get the good stuff. I get Charmin. I don't care.
Charmin.
I don't care what my bank account looks like. And get me some Charmin. That black label bacon.
Charmin.
That black label bacon that comes in that small package. I don't care how expensive it is. I'm getting that bacon.
Man, that bacon that we got the first day camping, that was pretty awesome.
Everything
Y'all
tastes.
ever had the bacon with the skin on it?
I mean, pork belly.
No, just like where they didn't cut the skin off of one side, so there's
Why
like
would
a
they do
hard.
that?
I haven't.
Like slab
Do
wood,
they-
but bacon?
No, there's just like a hard crust on the outside, but then it's regular bacon. It's like a little thicker cut. Y'all gotta try that. It's delicious.
I want to try making pork belly.
There was a place in Savannah, I don't know if it's still open, but it was called Ordinary Pub, and they had pork belly sliders.
Yeah, did
on
they smash them
donuts.
down into a
By
fucking?
crystals.
On donuts.
Hey, was it by Crystals?
No, it was too, Crystal's on the other side of town, man. You know what I mean? Like,
From the fancy part of town.
yeah, it's in the fancy part of town, They keep the crystals away from the tourists. They ain't trying to intermingle, fancy food.
I
with-
know, man. Making money sucks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The crystal is on the way out to the islands because they know rich people like the crystals. That's what my theory always was.
Big
Also, a
greasy
lot
bag
people
of
working out
little
there.
sliders. Sounds fantastic.
Ugh, like
Smashed
the way-
up into like little golf ball size.
Is that
I
how
mean, you got
Did
to.
you eat them that way?
You got to. You got to get them down. You know what I mean? You got a sack full of 12 of them. You got to get a little hand in there.
Mashing people's burgers. Like,
You want one of these here?
I know I told you about the crystals, and I think when I was telling you about the crystals, I was telling you about that dude I used to work with that would
You're
carry.
talking about sacks of crystals.
He would carry. He would have a thing of American singles in his glove box because when we went to Crystal, he'd be like, "They charge 75 cents for that piece of cheese. I ain't about to do that." And he'd just have his own craft singles.
BYO cheese. He
Yeah, he would just get a little bit in there.
I'm
bring
pretty
your
sure.
emergency cheese.
I'm pretty sure cheese, like Kraft singles, costs more than 75 cents a slice.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
that's
think
ridiculous.
it's like 32 slices for like $4.09. Todd, how much does Kraft cheese cost right now?
Kraft
Kraft
cheese.
singles.
So Kraft singles. We are
Kraft
gonna
shingles?
see.
Like Sean Connery.
You get to like the deli cut though. The deli cut American cheese, right? Like
Sometimes.
the stuff you pull apart.
So,
Sometimes.
That's
let's see.
better.
I like it better.
I like
Kraft.
It's just it's like two pieces.
So we got the 24 slice for $4.98,
That was
and the
close.
16 slice for $4.28. So I'm gonna go 24 every
I mean,
day.
either way,
All day.
24.
So that's 70 cents more for 8.
But I still think it's under $1. I
So
still
that's
think it's
less
under
than 10
70
cents.
cents a slice for 24 slices.
We're talking about the serious topics here, people. This is what people don't talk about, and I'm glad we were.
So
I'm
it's,
just trying
you know,
to tell
it's-
people
it's
that they need
roughly-
to keep some cheese.
it's
in their
roughly
oven.
20
You don't
cents
know
a-
what's going to happen. You know,
roughly
they say
20 cents a thing.
Life is uncertain. Carry emergency cheese. I just feel like that
Emergency
should be. Just
if you're, you know, you should always have toilet paper on you. I agree, and just keep it on the dash. That's where you should keep it.
Oh, yeah, the
Just-
A-frame.
just right on there. You just want to let people know, I got this right here.
Nope, you keep it right on the A-frame.
You just
right
want to class the joint up a bit, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, it gets cold out. You got to blow your nose. I mean, it's all right there.
You know, the only problem with that is you forget to look at your inspection sticker because you cover up your inspection sticker.
Well, that's a dual
The what?
feature. He don't like to think about it, so he just puts that toilet paper right there. You don't have to think about
Well,
it.
yeah. I mean, it wipes out more. It wipes out more than just poop, Todd. It wipes away my responsibility.
AJ gets pulled over and he's like, "Oh, my inspection's out. Oh, I didn't know. I haven't had to change my toilet paper
Yeah.
in a while.
Yeah.
Haven't been pooping outside a lot. Really classing it up. Got us new porta johns at work.
Man, the mental image of you smashing a sandwich is just will not get out of my head.
He can't get past it.
Is that why your go-to food is dumplings? Because you just like
I love dumplings.
you just like
man.
mushing things.
I mean, I've made them by hand, same motion. You know what I mean? When you train and you're the best sandwich squasher east of the Mississippi,
Oh, no.
Wow.
it's hard not to keep squashing.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
So
2-time state champ.
Dude,
Once a squasher, always a squasher.
Non-consecutive.
Never stop
so
squashing.
I just want everybody to know if they want to challenge Alex's state squishing or sandwich squishing.
State sandwich squashing.
Listen,
contest.
we're talking about peanut butter and jelly
Again.
sandwiches here.
Roarley Bankrupt Music at gmail.com.
How do we talk?
What
how
other
do,
sandwiches have you squished by hand?
is
Let's
it just
go
peanut
through
butter
them.
and jelly?
Well,
Listen, I knew a guy that used to make a bologna and cheese sandwich, throw chips on there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I
smash
do
down.
that. That's
yeah,
it.
you
That's
would,
good.
yeah, that's the only time you squish sandwiches.
Right.
so when you put
I don't agree. I don't agree that's the only time. I mean, I like to squish.
Do you squish all your
I
sandwiches?
bet you
I don't
do.
squish every sandwich. I do eat a hamburger upside down. Have you ever noticed? Like,
because the bun stays on better.
well, it's just because if it's on your plate right side up and you grab it and you go like this,
No, your
It's
bun.
upside
Your
down.
bun. So like when you eat a
So you
hamburger
grab
normally,
you grab
you
a
know.
burger like fingers down. You don't come in.
no, you come in like this.
I wish people could see how we're talking about this situation. Like,
We'll make a video on proper burger
no,
holding
he picks it
etiquette.
up like a baby bird, like this, and then he goes.
He makes
he
the-
don't like get after
He makes
it,
a
like,
safety net out of his fingers.
Yeah, he's not catching. He's not catching a softball bat.
Like a minnow
He's
trap,
picking it up
yeah.
like a baby, like this.
Yeah, like he's catching minnows in the creek.
Yeah.
Well, I like the flip over. So like if you pick it up from the front, you see the front of the burger and you're looking at it, and then
You're
you
like,
get
"Oh, I
it up
can't
here
wait
and
to
you're
get
like,
to you
oh, that's good. But if you got it here, you're like, okay, I see what's going on with this thing. You know, you get that little flip. You
You
know,
just
this-
like to see both sides. You're like, I'm going to see
Yeah.
you later, but for now,
Right,
starting on this
right.
side.
right.
Okay,
And
I
I'm
think
gonna eat the entire hamburger before I eat any fry, or I'm gonna eat all the fries before I eat any of the hamburger.
You got to eat the fries warm. I mean, I agree with that
Yeah, 'cause
100%.
you can't
Every
reheat
day.
them. You can reheat a
I'll tell you
hamburger.
what, where were we when we had like the best fries? I can't remember where I was.
Phillies?
No.
No.
Was it Cracker Barrel?
Hard Rock Cafe's fries are pretty good.
No, I haven't been to Cracker Barrel. Hasn't been an anniversary or holiday.
He didn't need to
Holy
get his
special
Christmas
occasion.
shopping done.
Just couldn't. I couldn't believe it, and then I was like, all right.
Got all my Christmas shopping done. Everybody's getting rocking chairs this year.
Man, what are they going to do? That would be expensive.
Yeah, you think anyways? Like,
That would be.
he's going Adirondacks. He's getting them.
He's like,
getting
well,
them
I
in.
got more fish and frogs. Like, you got a real problem. Oh, I sure do. I got 3 tanks in this.
It's like a zoo in here.
Yeah,
Fish
but
just showed up.
You can acquire a lot when you're not paying attention.
you did that though. You did that. You're the zookeeper.
I just like being like, I got a fish tank guy. I can get you a fish
Don't have a
tank.
stand guy. Just
we
the fish
just
tanks.
we just gotta give a shout out to Kenny Wayne and say, hey, we love you. Don't ever change.
Old Randy Travis.
Randy Travis Wayne.
They gonna think thumps, man.
It does. It thumps too much. That's the thing. So
Oh, you're
trying to,
in
like-
that truck right
yeah,
now.
I'm in the infamous dang old son of a bitch
He's
thumps
just
man.
thumping.
And
What is?
so that's all it does. Is that there's no subwoofer anymore, but the amp's still in it. So just the tweeters hit really fucking hard, so you can't turn. It's like, I like that song. The hell you don't, because you can't turn it up because it's just too much thump. It's all just it just ruins it. It just thumps too much.
What does the sticker say?
There's a lot.
It says like corrupted care or something.
Oh no, like corrupted cars. with a
Corrupted
K.
cars with a K.
Is that where he works?
No, that's
No, it's like one of
a
his
that's a
buddies.
club.
Yeah, it's a club.
I'm glad there's not another word.
It's like that. You've seen
I've
that
never
Oil
been a
Valley
bumper
Jeeps
sticker
going
guy,
on.
man.
It's not a bumper sticker. It's straight down the windshield.
Yes. It's a. I do. I know it's inconvenient, but I do love fig Newtons.
My bumper. I was talking to Todd about this the other day. My bumper sticker policy is
One and done.
I'm too lazy to take it off. So if it come on the car, I got some bumper stickers, but I'm not gonna get some, put some on.
So, and then the qualifier would be as long as they're not political.
Yeah, I'll take a. Yeah, that's the thing.
Not my truck, not my sticker.
But I drove a 2001 Jetta for a while.
Bet you did.
And there was stickers on the back of it when I bought it, and there was like a 23.7 or what, however long a marathon is, sticker on the back of it, and like
It's 26.1.
26.1, and then I mean obviously the fact that I don't know how long it is,
And then,
you know.
Alex,
There was just a
I have to break this news to you. You do not look like you run marathons.
right.
I'm
It
not-
is super. That's why it's funny. You can't see me right now, but driving around like that. But also there was just like a really generic, like it wasn't like a douchebag Fox sticker. It was just a sticker of a dude riding a dirt bike, just like a silhouette of a dude riding a dirt
wheelie?
bike. Just like I
he
like
doing a
dirt
wheelie?
bikes. It looked like he's coming off of a jump, kind of like side kicking it a bit, you know.
All right. Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
A little flair to
It was
his-
pretty cool.
Flare,
I
little
kept that on.
knack.
I kept that on until it didn't drive no more, and then it ended up becoming part
And
of
now,
the Grandpa's
now look
yard
what
for
you
a while.
got.
Is that the one you drove up?
87 Ford, two-wheel drive
No.
No, I've
with a
had
Savannah Bananas sticker.
I've had some stuff with some Jettas, man. I had a 96 when I came up, and right before I met Brock when I was 20. So I had to replace the drive axles, which has just been a whole thing with
sucks
me
for your butt.
and my dad. So we replaced the drive axle, and I go over to my buddy's house to just be like, "Hey, man, I'm about to head to Pennsylvania. We'll see you later." And on the way back, just to my mom's, like 10 miles, the front drive axle just came out. It just came out. Like we didn't re-secure that front control arm. We didn't have time, you know. So
Because that's just stupid. Like, why? Well, we got places to go.
We
can't
didn't have
tighten all
time.
that.
There would be maybe some acceptable excuses.
This
not
is-
having time is not one of them.
this is
We put it back together. Like, those guys are so stupid. Look at all these extra parts that we didn't even need.
this is a
Fucking engineers.
Friday that this comes out, and I have to start my new job here on Monday. So I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna get this thing back in tonight. Well, I got it back in right there on the side of the road. You know, just shoehorn fucked it right back in. And,
Goodness gracious.
sorry. And so I'm like, all right, I got this. You know, I'm gonna leave 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, nothing's gonna stop me now. And so I leave. And things are going good. They're going good. I get through South Carolina, obviously cautiously, because we did both of the drive axles, and I didn't check to make sure we did the other one. We didn't do the
Yeah,
same
who
one
had
on
time?
the other one. I just didn't have time. It was a real urgent situation. So everything's going great. You know, I'm like, man, I'm starting a new chapter of my life. You know, everything, getting a new job, everything. Until I got almost to south of the border, which is the theme park, right? North and South Carolina. And at that point, I was in fifth gear, and all of a sudden, I'm driving along. And I mean, it was a 96 Jetta, so it was screaming, and it was like, it just slipped right out of gear. And I was like, oh, fuck. Well, like, that's a busy part because that's like right where Charlotte is. So I'm like, fuck, I got to get out. How far can I get? And so I'm like, holy shit. So I'm driving on the interstate, and I'm just like, holding my clutch, and I'm just trying to find one. I just want one. I just want one.
1 through 5.
I'm just like,
come on, baby.
If I can get first, I'll just get on the shoulder, and I'll limp this fucker all the way in. Language, damn. I'm just getting excited.
You don't even talk like that normal. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was so worried about it. You guys just cussed like
It's a tough thing because I did talk like that whenever this story happened. So I'm just sitting there. Oh, just got So it devolves to I find fifth again. It's a miracle, you know. It's like I'm like I can't even believe it. I'm just like, okay, I got fifth. And I'm holding it on, and I'm just like, okay, well maybe, you know, after holding it for about a minute, I'm like, well maybe it was just a freak thing that was just in my head.
Right. That didn't really happen.
So I take my hand off, and
that was awful. That totally didn't happen.
I go about 100 more feet, and it just goes, you know, like, oh man, yeah. This.
Please tell me you like taped or took like your boot strap off and just like tied it in the fifth.
No, I didn't have time. I didn't have time. I didn't have time, AJ. I'm on an interstate, and I'm just trying to keep it from stopping rolling because it's also got a connection issue, so it won't start. I'd have to get it rolling and pop the clutch into first, and I don't even have a transmission. So I'm like, I just got to get to an exit. So I'm just holding it. I'm just holding this thing in, and I can feel it every so often. It's and I'm only 20 years old at the time. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm stuck at the border of North and South Carolina. I get off an exit. I get to a hotel, and they can't rent me a hotel room because I'm not 21. And I'm just like, well, I could just sleep in the car. But I don't think this thing's going to go any farther. Like, I've pushed some things to some limits in my life. I know that. But I was just like, I don't think I have a transmission anymore. So this is a tough thing. So my dad came and helped me out. And we got a U-Haul and hauled the car the rest of the way to my grandma's, which was right beside Brock's house, even though the point where this story happened, I didn't meet Brock for another, 8 months, even though he lived right beside me. So this car, I look at it, and I'm just like, man, I'm going to have to change a clutch in the driveway. And then I have somebody come and look at it, and they're going through and they're like, man, this isn't the clutch. You just got no gears, man. It's the transmission. You can't do anything. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take this U-Haul back. Well, on the way of taking the U-Haul back, I went up to Foxburg Hill, and the Foxburg Hill isn't really wide enough for something that's wide enough to tow the car, and I found that out that day because I just bounced it off the hillside and
skill issue
wrecked the tire. And I got to the top of Foxburg Hill, and I think I had to take it to Clarion, and it didn't look good. But I knew I was dropping off after they closed, so I was like,
Oh my goodness!
I don't.
You're one of those guys.
I don't. Surprise! I don't care. No, the thing about it is I'm definitely gonna have to pay for this wheel, but I don't want to have to. I'm glad I don't have to see the people. I did pay for the wheel, but I was like, I'm glad that I don't have to explain this to somebody because it was really stupid. But anyway, that thing sat there for about 4 months until my dad finally came out, and by the time he came up, I had smoked everything in there, and he only had first gear. So he had to drive it 7 miles to a scrapyard. And 3 miles into he got all the way there at first. all the way to like the driveway of the scrapyard, and then when he pressed the clutch in, he couldn't find first again. When he went to just come in, and he had to drive it. He had to go in reverse for the rest of the way. It was like 700 or 800 yards. He's just backing this thing into the scrapyard. It's got no transmission left in it. So cars are fun.
Where did he take that? Keynes?
Yeah, he took it to Keynes.
I scrapped a few cars there.
Yeah, he backed it down that driveway. I mean, it's dirt. It's up a hill.
I scrapped my first car there after it sat with like no oil or anything for like 8 months. It fired up. I drove it there, made it the whole way there. I got to like third. It wasn't running great. And got it up into the driveway, put it on the scale. It died on the scale. Wouldn't start back up. I had to push it like off of the scale down towards the guy in the crane, and
Add it to the pile.
they craned it in front of me. That was sad.
Damn. It's funny that you say add it to the pile, because my house growing up was just a graveyard of push lawnmowers. Like wherever that thing quit working, it's just where
Did you tell me that your dad just like mowed around the ones?
just
My dad didn't mow around them. I did. You know, I was out there mowing. You know what I mean? You got to take 4 turns around a lawnmower. You know, that's a lawn ornament there.
Because every time his dad mowed, it added another mower.
You could.
Not leave them in the yard.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like I was not so great about it, and a lot of times I had to go out there and do the old, you know, up and down.
Let it get a little high, did you?
Yeah, just out there, like, you know, waist high. It just took so much longer.
I bet you that was easier than cutting waist-high grass up here.
Oh, it was way easier. Yeah,
Yeah,
way.
I bet
not
you
as
grass
thick.
is a little bit wispier.
Yeah, you can really
wispier.
just
It's a
pile
little bit
through
more
some
wispier
with
than-
the push mower.
It's not as wispy.
I have a real problem with that. What? With the mowing,
Being wispy?
it's such a pain in the ass to mow, and I know that if I mowed on a regular basis, like I picked a day and was like, you mow this day around this time every week, it'd be nothing.
It would be super easier. It's way harder with an electric motor.
But I
mower,
don't.
too.
I don't. I look at it, I'm like, I don't mind that it's high. And then
Trying to grow some crops out there. Trying to get me some hay. It's a hay field.
I thought about planting corn back there. Maybe some potatoes.
Get you some yellow potatoes.
Potatoes. Some onions.
Onions.
Potatoes and onions.
AJ, what's your favorite?
Yes, Alex?
Favorite car you ever had?
That I had.
Yeah, that you've owned.
'82 Cutlass Supreme.
Can't say, man. What's your favorite? Just think about it.
That I've owned like legally?
My favorite is the truck I have now.
Yeah, but if we look at that roster,
If we look at the... I tell you what, I had a...
There's some red flags.
yeah, it was
There's
like, oh,
flags.
there's the Jetta that broke down when I first moved to Pennsylvania. There's the Jetta that broke down in Pennsylvania when I moved back to Georgia but came up to visit.
Yeah, it was using a lot of oil. I had to stop a lot to get home. That was the one with the dirt bike sticker. Yeah, it was a
Full
1.8
circle.
Had a turbo in it.
We're back to the Jetta.
That did not help. The turbo did not help with a massive oil leak.
Oh, I'm still thinking.
It was your Jeep.
Yeah, I had a 97 Jeep Cherokee.
That's what he said. That's what I figured it would be.
Yeah, oh, that thing was fancy. Let me tell you.
Todd's is a
Stripper
Toyota
pole.
minivan he used to have.
Had the strip
Had-
pole,
had
in it, subwoofer, and speakers. Wired it all myself to
Big
all
pump.
airplane switchers. Oh yeah, had those
Dump.
airplane toggle switches and shit in it.
Dang on some bitch, though, man. Telling you what.
Did you have
What was the vehicle with the bullhorn?
That was it.
See, that's your
Damn, they had
favorite.
a
Yeah, that
bullhorn
was.
in there too?
Don't you remember they got in trouble?
Yeah, real bad. Real bad. It was.
Yeah, you got a few
Impersonating
scrapes with the
imper-
law.
impersonating
Is that
cops.
the one where you
can't
heckled some larger women.
Well, we all know the
Em-
house.
Wasn't it the Emerald Palace?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Up there by Harriet. And we just got done watching Half Baked. And my, hey girl, you hungry? And like just, they laughed, we laughed, I cried. So. Another trip to Jabba's palace. Yeah, yes.
Todd,
Sorry.
Todd, was your favorite car that Toyota minivan that you used to have?
It was a Pontiac Transport, 1990.
But who's
I freaking
Did it have the panels?
no. If anybody knows what a Pontiac Transport looks like,
I don't.
it looks like a dustbuster.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, is this the
Hell yeah.
predecessor to the Aztec?
No, this is so after Pontiac was the first one, and then Chevy had the Lumina van, and Oldsmobile had the Silhouette. That was very comparable. I'm gonna share it with everybody. Too bad everybody. It's worth a Google.
It's worth a Google.
We can put a picture in the
Google
video
it.
for
Worth a
YouTube
Google.
of what that looks like.
You know what? Google's bad. It's worth a Bing.
Oh, is Bing still a thing?
Yeah.
Bing is a thing.
Bang, bang, boom.
Not a sponsor, but if Bing is listening to this, royally bankrupt
Mr. Bing.
music, well, Bing, that's the thing. We'll do something.
This is exactly what mine looked like.
Take a
Exactly.
look at. Oh, one of those. It did look like a dustbuster.
Well, I'm telling you, that was my favorite
That's a lot
vehicle.
of window.
It was fantastic. I mean, Brock is waiting in anticipation. He has to see it.
God. What is
Let's
that?
take a look around the room here.
That was $1,000 purchase, buddy.
Oh man, what 1986?
No, it was a 1990. So if I bought that in 1986, that would be fantastic.
That looks like. So I had this thing when I was a wee little kid that was for picking up Legos.
Okay.
And it was just like a plastic
You've
shell
seen it,
thing with
right?
like a wheel in it.
Oh, yeah.
And it looked exactly like that.
No, man,
That's
that
rough.
was an awesome van because all the seats came out, like without leaving a bracket or anything.
I just don't want to call it a
I
van.
don't want to think about what you were doing
Yeah,
in
I
there
was
with
gonna
all the
say,
seats out and all that big windows.
Well, I camped because I went up to a bike rally up in Erie.
Is that what the kids are calling
And-
it these days?
Bike rally.
I got a little too zooted that I had to take it.
Put your zoot suit on.
Oh, I sure did. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I was like, I have to like lay down. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Did you take all the seats out while you were like that? You're like, I gotta stay here. Let me take all these seats.
No, I had
You
taken
just
it
hoofing
because,
them into the ditch.
believe it or not, so
You had already.
the trailer, I was like,
Todd, tell us the truth. Did that van ever have seats in it?
yeah, oh yeah, I did, yeah.
That's rough. I mean, it just looks so. It looks
How
like
old
an
were you
alien.
driving that van?
It looked like an alien drew a car from memory.
Like 32.
Yeah, well, yeah, it ain't bad.
32. You were 32.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, here's what's awesome.
That's how old I am. Now.
I could.
Yeah, can you imagine driving that?
Hey Jay, we've been looking. We can't find one.
You
Darn.
the
there's a
windows.
silver. Hey, there is a silver one running around.
It just got to the point
Silver
where
lining.
they just got below the cost of the windshield. So like you got to
Yeah, I mean, I
cracked
couldn't
windshield
imagine.
totaled.
Safe Light'd be like
No.
$7,000.
For just the one.
Yeah, so I didn't feel like hooking the trailer up, so I ramped my motorcycle in there.
Oh God.
Fit right in there. It fit right, and then I used where the seats latched in for my tie downs.
Man.
Man, that is.
I had to, but
That's heroic.
the only thing I did, I had to take a ratchet strap on my front in between my triple clamp, Brock, and I had to squish my
You
front.
just,
I had to
just
squish
destroy your suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get it to fit.
Good thing I didn't have a windshield on that bike.
I thought you were about to say, good thing I didn't have a windshield on that van. I was like, you know from personal experience how much Safe Flight charged.
So
you
what?
just drove it with sunglasses on for a while.
What bike did you take?
That was my Vulcan 500.
Why didn't you just ride the bike? It's like 40 minutes from here.
I was planning on having a good time, and I didn't want to be just rolling around on my motorcycle going bar to bar.
He was going camping. He was like, if I put the motorcycle in the van, then when I get there, I can take the motorcycle out, sleep in the van.
Right.
I just want to warn you guys.
Oh, there's baby. Hi, baby.
It's been how long? It's probably over, huh?
I just want to warn you guys. I did sign us up to try and get booked at the Gettysburg Bike Festival. But, like, if we do get booked, I'm riding my bike.
Yeah, I'll take my truck. Someone's going to have to take
I'll
a truck.
ride my bike.
You can ride your bike. Y'all can ride your bike.
Somebody can ride my bike, because I can't. Too
You
soon.
going to say something?
Say hi.
Egg salad sandwich. Say egg salad.
Say egg salad. What do we got coming up here?
So-
I think we're gonna be in the studio.
We're going to be in the studio for a couple weeks, and then April 6th, we got Cleveland.
Maple Grove. I think it's Maple Grove.
Maple Grove
you
Bar
had
and
your
Tavern.
chance. You had your chance at the mic. You could have spoke. Could have done something. You didn't.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What are you pitching there? I'm sorry.
April 6th, we
You got
got
a baby in here, man. It's hard. You got a baby. April 6th.
Maple
Cleveland.
Grove, Cleveland.
Maple Grove. I'm gonna be 30 the day after. Come hang out and have a good time. Look forward to that album.
Maybe
coming
Alex
out.
will buy you a beer for his birthday.
I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you a beer if you come up and you're like, hey, I was listening to your podcast and you said you'd buy me a beer if I came to the show. I will certainly buy you a beer.
We are good.
If you buy a shirt, I'll buy you a beer.
So that's 2
Alex?
beers. I'll just buy you one, and then if you get a shirt, he'll buy you a second one. So, hey, come on out. It's going to be a good time.
We have to bribe people to come to our shows.
Hey, that's what ZZ Top did on the first one.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're listening, thanks for listening to the After Practice Podcast.
Take it away, baby.
Hell yeah.
Take it away, baby.
Sign us off.
Man, she's not even.
She's just stone cold, just like staring at me. She's like, who's this guy over here?
Alex
This guy-
she says Alex is kind of weird.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, I am weird.
I think she pooped.
All right. Then.
We're doing a lot of stuff.
Me too.
All right, thank you.